The Alabang Boys. On September 20, 2008, Richard Santos Brodett, Jorge Jordana Joseph, and Joseph Ramirez Tecson were arrested by the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency, PDEA, for drug trafficking. The three were dubbed the Alabang Boys due to their prominent and affluent backgrounds. More than 2 months later, the Department of Justice ordered their release. PDEA opposed the decision, based on reports that the government agency was reportedly bribed 50 million pesos for the favorable decision. The suspects are still in jail. Undercover agents led by Major Ferdinand Marcelino arrested Brodett and Joseph in Ayala Alabang village in Muntinlupa City, while Joseph Tecson was nabbed in a follow-up operation at Araneta Center in Quezon City. Some 60 ecstasy tablets, packets of marijuana and sachets of cocaine were found on them. Tecson is related to a construction magnate. Brodett is a nephew of movie actor Dave Brodett and of then Philippine Information Agency Director General Conrado Limcayaco, while Joseph is the youngest son of radio announcer John Joseph Burgos, known as Johnny Midnight. Bribery claims. On December 2, the Department of Justice, DOJ, dismissed the case purportedly for lack of probable cause. On December 26, PDEA said it had received information that 50 million pesos changed hands for the release of the Alabang Boys, who remained in police custody. 3 days later, Marcelino alleged 3 other bribery attempts. Gatchalian, no law violated in releasing Alice was information. Gatchalian, no law violated in releasing Alice was information. Read more. EXP customer logo. He said the first was made on the day of the arrest, with 3 million pesos directly offered to him by an emissary related to Tecson. The second was relayed through his Mista classmate at the Philippine Military Academy, and the third was made by someone who claimed to be working for Texon's release. Marcelino said that on December 19, then Justice Undersecretary Ricardo Blancaflor phoned him and asked why Tecson et al. Had not yet been released. According to Blancaflor, Brodett's uncle, Philip Brodett, called his office and asked why the 3 suspects were still detained. Blancaflor said his phone call to PDEA was a matter of public assistance, and he had no personal interest in the case. On January 5, 2009, defense counsel Felisberto Verano Jr. said an agent guarding his clients suggested they treat their captors to a 3M pizza. Verano said 3M pizza could have meant P3 million in exchange for dropping the charges. On January 7, Brodett's uncle Dave Brodett and his son Anthony testified before the House Committee on Dangerous Drugs that Richard Brodett was a pusher and that the latter's mother, Myra, used drugs. Myra Brodett denied the allegation and said that she and her husband and the other Brodett couple had been feuding over money for 10 years. Days later, then-President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo ordered the DOJ to require all officials and prosecutors accused of receiving bribes to take a leave of absence. On January 19, the National Bureau of Investigation said there was no convincing evidence that prosecutors were bribed. Arroyo ordered the filing of charges against those involved in the drug case. Inquirer Research.